again. You are listening to Just One Question, and this is your host, Neelakshi Sengupta. Today we have with us one of the most popular faces of the Indian English theatre, SHERNAZ Patel. She has acted on stage, in films, in advertising, runs a theatre company, and is one of the most sensitive and happy people I have met. And there is a lot we can get to understand from her about her art form. SHERNAZ doesn't hold back when she explains and loves to share and nurture talent. But more of that later. First, I want to know where she started and about her childhood that's filled with theatre memories. Over to you, SHERNAZ.
I'm very blessed because I was born in a theatre family. Both mom and dad are actors. In fact, they also met in the theatre, fell in love, and so theatre was really part of our home, part of growing up. I mean, like other children have toys to play with, I had this fantastic theatre and all the props and the sets and everything in the theatre was my playing ground. And so we all three of us, my brother and sister and myself, we were brought up feeling ye to ghar hi hai, there was nothing, it was never felt like, oh, this is the theatre, it's some sacred space. It was the most comfortable space for us.
How beautiful is that?
And like in any family where the professions are the same, all the discussions at home were around the theatre, around either the plays that we watched or the tensions around opening night of a play, which always happened because when my parents started, they were doing Parsi theatre, so it would invariably happen on Parsi New Year Day.
Lovely.
So whereas other families are celebrating, in our home it was complete tension because a new play would be opening that night and how will the audience take to it, etc. Even our holidays, mom and dad would travel through Gujarat with the Gujarati plays, all over Gujarat, from Ahmedabad, Baroda and the interiors. Sometimes we would be allowed to lug along with them, and it was a really exciting holiday because you would be hopping on a train from one city to another, setting up the show, doing the show, getting back to the train and moving on. So it was really part of my DNA, and I loved theatre right from the beginning.
I can hear that. And how did you experience English theatre?
I did my first play with Pearl Padamsee when I was in KG, playing Jack in the Box for a senior school play. So I started there, and then there was no looking back. I acted all through school and then all through college. Usual head of drama society, figuring out college intercollegiate plays, winning some competitions along the way. And the moment I finished college, actually, while I was in college, I met Rajit, who was in Sydenham, and Rajit Kapur, and he had a theatre company, and so we did a play first, which was an Elphinstone play which we performed at Sydenham. And then the moment I finished college, he had a production house and he said, we'd like to audition you for a part. And it was The Diary of Anne Frank, and I played Anne Frank. And then from there, my sort of career as an actor immediately started. Of course, I was very rebellious as a youngster, so my parents by then were doing English theatre, and my father was very, very keen to, what they say, launch me in a play. And I just put my foot down, many fights at home, but I finally got my way because I was like, no, I need to find my own voice and my own way, whatever that may be. And I was very clear I didn't want to do sort of run-of-the-mill bedroom comedies, which my parents were known for. And today I've learned how to respect that as well, but I think then that, in that angst of college life, you want to do something that's going to change the system. So plays like Antigone and these really deep plays were what I started doing. And but I managed to do it on my own. And then after I'd done quite a few plays, my father finally produced a play called Nuts, which was then directed by another friend, Rahul, DaCunha, and Rajit was in it, and myself. And that's when we also started the sense of wanting to work together more.
this is really interesting.
And then we did a play called Love Letters, which was produced by Hosi Vasonia and Remu Jhaveri. And at that time, it really kind of sunk in that we should start our own theatre company. And so the following year, after Love Letters opened, the very following year, we opened Rage. And now it's been 26 years of doing Rage.
You call your company Rage, R-A-G-E, like literally rage? Or is there a story behind that name?
The name Rage is actually, you'll have to ask Rahul DaCunha for this, because it was a name that Rahul Bose, who happened to be a partner of Rage at that time, came up with the name. And it's not about rage as an anger, but it's like we are the rage. So that's what it's meant to be. And of course, Rahul Bose left pretty much after a couple of years after we started Rage. But 3 of us are still going strong. We were actually 7 of us when we started the group, and 4 of them have left, and now it's just the 3 of us.
That's a beautiful start to an amazing career, SHERNAZ, and the audience has loved your work through the years. You have also grown as an actor and have simultaneously helped so many others grow. I have tons of questions to ask, but that's for another day. I shall take your leave now. Thank you, SHERNAZ. And this is Neelakshi Sengupta, signing off from Just One Question. Catch you soon.